Nightbeat starts right now.
A major development in gun safety legislation. Senate lawmakers passing a measure with a final vote tonight, but not everyone on board, and it faces another hurdle before becoming law. That story coming up. But first, there are large gaps in information. Details still yet to be uncovered in the Uvalde school shooting. But tonight, one fourth grade student who was at Robb Elementary that day sharing her story with KSAT.
Aurelia Santos remembers the horrors from that day. She's also taking time to remember each of the lives lost.
Neve Bravo was a really pretty girl, and she was also really fast, a really fast runner. And the McKenna Elrod, she liked the colors pink and blue, and she liked playing with the fidgets. And Jacqueline and Eliana, they were friends. And Amory, she was my best friend. She was a beautiful and amazing person. She was really smart and really funny.
Aurelia is now undergoing counseling. She sat with the night team's Lee Waldman to talk about the day that changed her life forever.
Continuing our coverage of the tragedy that unfolded inside a Uvalde elementary school.
Is it hard to remember everything that happened that day?
Yeah, because I don't want to remember what happened, so I try to forget it.
Her voice is quiet, her strength mighty.
Everyone was crying, so I was trying to calm down my friends.
10-year-old Aurelia Santos was on the playground for an early recess on May 24th. She says it had been a fun day in Miss Martinez's class until
we started running inside. Everyone was screaming and crying. And apparently the shooter, where he crashed, he shot at us first.
Santos and her classmates got into another classroom, the lockdown sirens blaring, an unmistakable sound cutting through.
I heard two bangs go
Santos says her class knew what to do. Their lockdown drills taught them to stay quiet and out of sight. An officer helped them evacuate. Then they took a short bus ride to the Civic Center.
There was a bunch of 3rd and 2nd grade classes at the Civic Center, and there was only 2 4th grade classes.
That night, she learned with the rest of the world, 19 of her classmates and 2 teachers were dead.
Families go inside, they give that DNA sample, and then a lot of them are just getting the worst news you could ever imagine.
Including her best friend, Amory Jo Garza.
I went to Amory's viewing, and her casket was closed, so I know something bad must have happened.
Santos has been getting care at the Resiliency Center. They're helping her process what she went through, including her anger.
Kids were calling out to them, and the cops didn't do anything. They were right there. They didn't stop him, they let him.
Santos says she's not afraid to go to school next year because she doesn't think this will happen again.
Even if they can't, I will still try to live to my fullest.
Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Powerful words from such a little girl. Santos doesn't want Robb Elementary to be torn down. She says she has happy memories there, but she also says she will understand if that does happen. And apparently that is what's going to happen. Officials have said students and staff will not be returning to the campus.
Jackie Casares is one of the victims in the Uvalde shooting. Her loved ones say that she was always trying to help those in need, and now her family is trying to do the same for her by speaking up. Her sister Jasmine Casares traveled to Austin to testify before lawmakers. She wanted to be a voice for Jackie and her cousin Anabel Rodriguez, who was also killed in the shooting. Her message included points on gun laws and security. Now, today the Senate pushed a gun reform measure forward. Texas Senator John Cornyn was in favor, while Senator Ted Cruz was not. The measure would toughen background checks for the youngest gun buyers, keep firearms from more domestic violence offenders, and help states enforce existing red flag laws. But it is worth noting that Texas doesn't have a red flag law. The bill now goes to the House for a vote before it can head to the president's desk. Now, if you noticed, the measure doesn't raise the age requirement to buy an assault-style weapon like the one the 18-year-old gunman used in Uvalde. In Texas, Democratic lawmakers and city and county leaders are asking Governor Greg Abbott to begin a special session. They want lawmakers to take up gun reform and raise the age requirement for assault-style weapons. That's something that Jasmine Casares brought up during her testimony. And as the Night Team's John Paul Barajas reports, she asked why anyone needs weapons.
I sat on my sister's bed and I cried. I cried and I cried. I shouldn't have to be here right now. I should be at home watching a movie with my sister. It's summer. But I'm not, and I'm here begging for you guys to do something.
Through her tears, 17-year-old Jasmine Casares made her message to state lawmakers clear. Take action now to prevent another shooting.
There should be absolutely no reason this murderer could have access to a firearm. Days after turning 18.
Casares called for gun control, including background checks and red flag laws, as well as better school security. The soon-to-be high school senior highlighted issues she had with Uvalde CISD, like having more campuses than district officers, a lack of fences at every school, and doors that don't lock properly.
Things could have been so much different if it was at my school. Like, in the room that I was in specifically, I had a substitute. The door didn't lock. So as easily as it was Jackie, it could have been me too.
She explained her testimony was to honor Jackie, her friends' families, as well as her own. She's optimistic it'll resonate with those in attendance.
Like, seeing everybody's reactions, I was like, whoa. Like, I hope they felt that energy.
Jasmine says Jackie loved acting, dancing, and singing, adding her little sister also had dreams of going to Paris. Jasmine plans to fulfill that dream after she graduates high school next year. Steve, Stephania.
Thank you, John Paul. Tomorrow, Uvalde School District plans to hold the graduation for the class of 2022. It was postponed until tomorrow evening at Honey Bull Stadium. The school district says the ceremony is optional during this difficult time. The ceremony is private, but it will also be live streamed on the district's website. This is a story we're going to continue to follow on all of our social media pages and KSAT.com. Right now, you can watch an extended portion of Aurelia's interview, Aurelia Santos, who we had off the top of the show, her interview, and as she recalls what she remembers about all the friends that she lost in Uvalde.
Switching gears now, COVID vaccines are starting to roll out for kids as young as 6 months. One pediatrician says the vaccines are arriving just as infections are rising.
So we're currently in a surge. In the past 2 weeks, have had several kids hospitalized with COVID-related pneumonias, and that's more than what we've had during May, for instance.
That's Dr. Tess Barton with UT Health. She says that some of those hospitalizations are for more than just COVID. Some COVID-positive patients are also being treated for the flu or SRV. And you can see more of our interview with the doctor right now on KSAT.com.
And out of the border as asylum seekers legally make their way to family members. Many are legally traveling through the city of San Antonio. As a matter of fact, the city says we're on track to see a record 19,000 migrants come through our area in June alone. The city says most of the asylum seekers have a plane ticket and they go to the airport. Others end up at Travis Park, not far from the bus station, where nonprofits try to help them with food and shelter. One man says he left Honduras because of the threats against him. Since most of his money was stolen along the journey, he wasn't able to get to North Carolina, where his wife and daughter are waiting.
So I'm trying to contact someone here on the States that I know that can help me to buy the tickets, or someone that can give me some money and then I can pay after that.
The city plans to get federal dollars for services like hotels, food, data, and a processing center. That center could help with travel arrangements and provide shelter. The city doesn't pay for travel tickets, by the way, but nonprofits may step in to help in that way. It's still ahead on the Nightbeat. Only KSAT 12 Sports is in New York, the only local station there tonight for the NBA draft. And only we take you behind the curtain with Larry Ramirez to hear from the Spurs picks first on draft night.
Also, we're just hours away before the first fireworks sales begin. We're going to talk about what you'll need to consider first. Coming up.
Plus, neighbors in San Antonio raising crime concerns, what police and the Bexar County District Attorney are saying tonight, and what city leaders say is being done. Those stories and more next, right here on the Nightbeat. In the city of San Antonio, no stranger to vehicle break-ins, home burglaries, and other violent crimes.
Exactly why San Antonio police looked at 21 hotspots in the area. Their micro hotspot study began last fall, and the crimes included homicide, rape, robberies, and aggravated assaults. And they say they put different strategies in place, like more patrols in those areas. And according to data in March, police say that their strategy's working, but we're not going to see complete analysis until July.
Now, in a different citywide study, crime also being tackled, but is it happening fast enough?
Well, tonight, community members in districts 8 and 9 say they just don't feel safe in their neighborhoods because of crime. The Night Team's Patty Santos has the story.
Concerned, but what exactly is the city doing, and why is this level of crime? This is a scandalous level of crime.
Rising crime. It's what brought out about 100 Northside residents to this community meeting at Congregation Aguda Akim tonight.
What affects this area most, not so much the violent crime.
I'm angry because this shouldn't be, but I'd like to ask more. So, what are you? Why?
For Alberto Chevera, it was concerns about panhandlers and the homeless.
Drive all over town, and you see all those problems everywhere. And we shouldn't have those problems. We're a big metropolis.
San Antonio leaders say based on what they're hearing from residents, the nature of crime has changed in the last decade. There's more calls for property crimes, and violent crimes is creeping closer.
We now have shootings. We now have drive-by shootings. We're now seeing crimes that we've never seen up here before. And it's disturbing to these neighbors who've never really experienced that.
But strategies to reduce crime are ongoing, says Police Chief William McManus. One of those is a city council-approved study to determine how many more SAPD staff are needed and where to help with crime reduction.
If you want a reactive police department, you keep the numbers at a minimum. If you want a proactive police department, you expand the number of police officers that you have.
District Attorney Joe Gonzalez says he's pushing to destroy weapons involved in crimes, but that's just part of solving the overall problem, which also includes mental health and criminal justice reform.
But the only way you solve a complex problem is by pulling from every lever.
The chief says the problem is that sometimes these individuals end up in a criminal justice system that maybe doesn't give them the help they need or not enough jail time. Right now, if you have concerns about crime in your community, you are urged to call your city council representative, maybe even offer some suggestions on how to help. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Now for a look at your headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. A San Antonio man accused of beating another man, now charged with his murder. Police say 31-year-old Jeremy Bahai beat 36-year-old Michael Aiden late last month. Aiden died of a head injury several days later. Bahai was arrested yesterday. Police say he attacked Aiden for disciplining Bahai's underage son, who was allegedly attacking his own mother. He's now being held in the Bexar County Jail on a $150,000 bond. The FDA has banned sales of the Juul e-cigarettes and vaping pods. Juul Labs' application to sell its vaping products denied after a nearly 2-year review. The company's e-cigarette popular among middle and high school students. The CDC says nicotine exposure can hinder brain development into a person's mid-20s. The fireworks sales start tomorrow ahead of the upcoming 4th of July holiday. Bexar County's burn ban does not affect the use of fireworks. However, some high aerial fireworks are banned. That includes skyrockets with sticks or missiles with fins. Fireworks sellers say those will not be available this year. And as always, fireworks are illegal in the city of San Antonio. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
Good reminder. Now we're going to take things live outside right now. Here's Sky 12 with a beautiful shot over downtown San Antonio. 91 degrees out there right now. Still hot for this time of night.
Yeah, but we're going to see a drop in our temperatures in the days ahead. That's the thing. If you're sick of this 100-degree heat and triple-digit heat, a little bit of patience will pay off. Today, 101. That's our 19th 100-degree day so far this year. And we're 1 degree shy of the record this afternoon. Even warmer farther south of town. Pleasanton made it to 103, Cotulla 105. Check out our trend. And I'm pausing it right here in the middle, okay? Still triple digits. 102 tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, 101. But then next week, temperature drop because of a shift in our weather pattern. 94 on Monday. and I trimmed us back a little bit more on Tuesday, down to about 86. And of course, these numbers will be massaged a little and fine-tuned in the days ahead as we get more information. But with that temperature drop early next week is a little rise in our rain chances, and we could use all we can get our hands on it. We're not going to have a drought-busting rain, but drought-denting for a few folks. Look at this, the latest drought monitor. Exceptional to extreme drought across a good portion of our area, including parts of San Antonio and Bexar County. The exceptional, that darkest color, that's the worst category that you can be in. And across the state, about 81% of Texas is considered within drought right now. There's the upper level high, the heat high, the big blue H pushing down on us. It's really winning out over the state of Texas, but around the periphery of it and the edges, that's where the moisture is, and that's where they're getting some shower activity. That high will break down, and we're going to fast forward to Monday. As it breaks down, it's going to open the door for a weak little cool front to move in. And so throughout the day on Monday, we'll likely have increasing clouds and then some widely separated showers and weak thunderstorms dotting the landscape. On Tuesday, I think we have better chances. So we boosted it to a little more numerous in terms of the shower and thunderstorm activity. That said, not everybody's going to see it, of course, so you have to cross your fingers and hope for the best for your neighborhood. Right now, we're saying about 30% of the area on Monday, 40%, possibly more on Tuesday. But on Tuesday, the key is we'll have a lot of tropical moisture, and I think some of those heavy tropical downpours, so those could make a difference for some area lawns and gardens. And we'll be tweaking those percentages in the days ahead as well. I'm thinking we maybe raise those Tuesday chances a bit as we get closer to it. 90 degrees right now, dew point of 58, not too humid, at least not yet. It will be by the morning. Temperatures for the most part around 90. You get into the mid 80s in the hill country. Kerrville, 85. Bandera, 87. Right now, Los Maples at 86. The rest of us near 90. Tomorrow morning, 76 degrees. But that's in the morning at 7 a.m. By the afternoon, 102. That would tie the record high for the day. So record challenging tomorrow, wall-to-wall sunshine all day long. Even about 104 to 106 along the Rio Grande, from Del Rio even toward Carrizo Springs and Cotulla. 104 to 106. Von Army 103, Elmendorf 102, and Timberwood Park an even 100 tomorrow. We mentioned that temperature drop next week, mid 80s by Tuesday. It's going to be brief, but at least it's something, and rain chances go up with it. Again, not everybody's going to get hit, but at least there's some hope for some good rainfall, and then, at least for a few spots, and then by Thursday, those rain chances disappear and temperatures rise. Really quickly, about an hour before sunrise tomorrow, we have the 5-planet parade looking to the east-southeast. We'll have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn all lined up above the horizon.
Planet party.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
All right, I have an idea.
Okay.
I think in honor of the Spurs' first pick, the entire sports department should dye their hair.
Yeah, exactly, because very Rodman-like is how he played.
I think you and Larry would look great
with green hair.
With platinum blonde hair.
Or platinum blonde. Yeah. When we come back, our Larry Ramirez is in New York. He goes one-on-one with the Spurs' top draft pick, a guy, by the way, we introduced you to yesterday, and a shocker at number 1. Coming up.
Here you go, Pop. Here's Jeremy.
Hello, Coach. How we doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's Jeremy Sohan's first conversation with 5-time NBA championship head coach Greg Popovich after the Spurs used their highest picks in Tim Duncan to select the Baylor freshman with the 9th overall pick of the NBA draft. Born in Oklahoma, but spent most of his life in England before playing for the Baylor Bears, standing at 6'9", 230 pounds. Sohan was worked out for the Spurs before he was selected tonight. He was the All-Big 12 freshman team this past season, averaging 9.2 points, 6.4 rebounds. Was named the Big 12 Sixth Man of the Year to go along with his 7-foot wingspan for defense. Our Larry Ramirez is at the Barclays Center for the big moment and has more with Jeremy.
Well, Jeremy, 9th overall pick, going to the San Antonio Spurs. How are you feeling right now? What are you thinking?
No words, really. I'm so excited and I'm thankful for them picking me, and I can't wait to get to work.
Tell me about the workout you had with the Spurs. Clearly, you impressed them because they drafted you.
Right. I think it was just just me being there. I think just showing my personality, what I can give them on the court but also off the court, and I think all of that really impressed them.
Not that long ago, you were out there on the main stage. You shook the commissioner's hand. You gave him a hug. What were you thinking at that moment? What was that like?
I'm not gonna lie, my heart was beating so fast. But no, it was crazy, and shaking someone's hand like that is wild. So yeah.
And what did it mean to you to have your family here with you?
It meant a lot. They flew in from England, and also like my grandma, auntie flew in from Poland. So it was great to see them all, and it means so much to me.
And what do you know about the Spurs?
I know that they're one of the best teams ever. Greg Popovich is a legendary coach, and it's a very young team with a lot of versatility. And I feel like everyone there really wants to work hard and get better. So I can't wait to add to that.
Were you just having a phone conversation with Coach Pop?
I was, which is wild.
What was that like?
It was so positive. I feel like he has great energy, so I can't wait to see him in person.
What can Spurs fans expect to see out of you?
See a lot of energy, a lot of versatility on both sides of the court, and someone who just brings it every day.
Two more things. Tell me about your suit.
My suit is styled by Indochino, myself, and then some Ferragamo loafers. I just really wanted to, show my personality out a little bit. Lavender is one of my favorite colors, so yeah.
So you like to dye your hair. Can we expect to see silver and black anytime soon?
Possibly. We'll see.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Larry. With the 20th overall pick, the Spurs selected Malachi Brennan out of Ohio State, the Big Ten freshman of the year, who averaged 13.7 points, 2 assists, 3.6 rebounds. What member of the Spurs does he admire at only 19 years of age?
I'll probably say Deontay Murray, just because, he was kind of in the same range that I was, and also, just a hard worker, and he's a great defensive player.
And with their final pick in the first round at number 25 overall, Spurs grabbed up another freshman out of Notre Dame, guard Blake Wesley, playing most of his season at 18, which means he's also only 19 years old, stands 6'5", 185 pounds, averaging 14.4 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 2.4 assists, with speed off the dribble.
One thing I'm going to bring is defense. That's what I like to do. That's what they need. I love to defend. Then the one thing I'm going to work on is my shot. I got to get more consistent on my shot, keep getting the reps up, which I'm going to love.
And the Spurs just made their second-round pick. That's Kennedy Chandler, but in turn, they traded in Memphis for future second-round pick and cash.
With the first pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Paolo Banchero from Duke University.
A surprise right out of the gate tonight at the 2022 NBA Draft. Instead of Jabari Smith, it's Duke's Paolo Banchero as the overall #1 selection by the Orlando Magic. That's after a number of media organizations reported that Smith, who played for Auburn, was increasingly firm at #1. He even told us he'd be surprised if he didn't go #1. Well, he must be in shock because Chet Holmgren of Gonzaga went #2 to Oklahoma City. Smith dropping #3 to Houston. Top recruit in the nation headed to Texas. Coming up. And look who's headed to the 40 acres. Arch Manning announced today he's committed to Texas, the #1 recruit in the nation, the class of 2023. Nephew of Peyton and Eli Manning, the grandson of Archie Manning. He's already thrown for over 5,700 yards, 72 touchdowns. In his first 3 seasons in high school, this is a huge get for Texas Steve Sarkisian coming out that 5-7 season. We're talking about dyeing the hair. Any suggestions as far?
Platinum blonde.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think.
That's me
you
all
and
over.
Larry.
Together?
Yeah.
It will look like Lanier High School. Thanks.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing.
That's what I'm saying. They won a state championship when they dyed their hair blonde.
They sure did.
Bring it back,
for the sports
Greg.
guys.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back.
Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. 7 a.m., sunny and 76. By noon, we're sunny and 92 degrees and a high temperature of 102. We should hit that around 4 p.m., lasting through 5 p.m. Temperatures fall off next week. Monday, mid-90s, Tuesday, mid-80s, Wednesday, lower 90s, and with it, some better rain chances, at least some hope for a few areas. I mean, 30% on Monday, up to, I think, at least 40% on Tuesday, but those will be some, widely separated tropical downpours, a lot of moisture, so hopefully you can get some in your neighborhood.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Do you ever dye your hair?
Kind of brown.
Have you ever dyed your hair?
Frosted
Yes.
tips?
You have.
Never frosted my tips, though.
Okay. Platinum blonde? Have you ever done that?
Never.
Okay.